Hey, pre-notification gang. Yeah, new Guardians of the Galaxy was good, and I did see it, Kermit. Thanks the resub, Trippy. And the resub, John. Oh man, thanks the resub, Futwa and Horde and Tio. Any games like Dark and Darker? I mean, there's Escape from Tarkov. Thanks the resub, Near, Bilbo, Gian, Wine, and Tier 1 Tanner in the resub Ripcord. One Piece just dropped its best episode and fight scene yet. Is that the one they were hyping up last week about being on par with like Demon Slayer in terms of quality? Did they actually follow through? Did it deliver? Thinking about picking up a comic, which do you recommend starting with? Plague Seeker or Godslap? Right now, Plague Seeker is just one issue. Godslap is three, so I guess it depends on what you're looking for. I think they're both amazing. Is the resub Mika, Roger, Sauce, Jabril, and Tier 1 Nugget, and Tier 1 Money. And the Bits Chicken. Oh yeah, when does Lies of P come out? It's soon, right? Oh, August. There's the resub Ocean Tads and the Prime Jade. The Bits Avenger. And the Bits Overlord. I see people shitting on Tears of the Kingdom saying it's just a $70 DLC to Breath of the Wild since it uses the same assets. I will say, I don't think that's totally without merit. Like I would have preferred if they had like I don't mind them reusing things because obviously it's in the same fucking universe. It's a sequel, but I would have liked if they didn't use the exact same map, for instance. But it's just the Switch. I really think it's just limited by the Switch. It's the same map with a lot more to it, though. I know. I'm just saying I would have liked if it was not the exact same map. Because since it is the same, people were immediately able to pinpoint where Zelda was in the trailer. And I just think that's, like, kind of embarrassing. The line is, come find me, Link. And then they immediately found her within an hour because it's the same map. There's a resub Philly, Diabolical, Less, Sygios, and Tier 1 7 in the Prime Drink. Like, the way I think they could have handled it is kind of like what Pokemon did a long time when you go back to, like, the Johto region or whatever. You could have an entirely new map, and maybe they still are. The game's not out yet, we don't know. Like, I would like Tears of the Kingdom to have all of that stuff in the old map, but then also have, like, a full new zone, a full new map as well. Thanks to the resub, Ragnar. That's the whole point of the Sky Islands in the underground area. Yeah, but I still view them more supplementary to the like core map. But maybe they're so big that I won't feel that way in the game. We've seen very little of what they offer, so. Thanks to resub, Full Beast. Thanks to the Prime, Sammy. Playing any games tonight? Maybe. We finished Bramble the Mountain King last night. Maybe we'll play something else like that tonight. Oh yeah, I think that's a stupid take, Dankin, with the just the DLC thing. I think that's dumb as fuck. Completely agree. I'm just saying the complaint about wanting like another map or something I don't think's without merit. Thanks to the bits, Pietro, and the gift sub. Addict. And the bits foolish. And resub underscore. And Ghost and the Prime Raccoon. Yeah, I saw Mudahar's video about the cat blender thing. Just a lot of evil people out there, man. I wasn't even surprised to hear that. It's just sad. When does your Omega Striker skin come out? I'm not sure the exact release date, but it's pretty soon. A Fortnite creative map is now in the Olympics. Oh, it's so fucking embarrassing, yeah. It's so fucking cringe. So you all know the Olympics are doing their esports thing where it's all a bunch of mobile games. Like, who could forget Tic-Tac-Bow, of course. And now they've included Fortnite, but not in the way you think. So what they don't want is violent games at the Olympics esports. So what they've done is they've created a Fortnite custom game where it's all target shooting. So it's not even Fortnite, it's Fortnite target shooting. Thanks to resub, Evil, Atticus, Friendly, and Red. And Devon. And the resub, Trippy. No, what is that underscore? Is that a show? No way they're giving out medals for this shit. Yeah, I can't imagine they're gonna be like actual medals. It also starts in June, so it's only like, what, few weeks away now. So, we'll see. This is a peaceful competition. I love that. Will Ninja be competing? Hey, he might have to dust it off for this one. Yeah, who knows? Thanks to the resub, Ricky. And Ryonix, what do you think today's AAA video games lack? I mean, it just depends, man. There's some good AAA games. Like, some of the best games like in recent memory or AAA, Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok. Like there's absolute bangers, but there's just also some soulless, worthless games too, man. It's not like all AAA games are bad. This is the resub Dax, Sailor, and the Prime camera. Hold on, quick text message. Okay, I'm back. Thanks to resub Sniper, Flux, and Slayer. No, I watched every single To Catch a Predator video. When is Plague Seeker episode 1 airing? You talking about the animation? It should be within the next month or two. Should be ready. Why do you think a game like DKO is failing like it is? Thanks to resub Whirl. Who says it's failing? Is it not doing well? DKO's Divine Knockout. I don't see anything about it failing. See the Steam charts. Oh my god, wait, there's only 100 people playing. I don't know. Because the game is unbalanced and they didn't advertise it. That's probably as good a reason as any. You know what Disney's lacking and DreamWorks making 2D movies again like Hercules and Prince of Egypt. Man, we got an old head in here. What? They haven't made movies like that since 2002. But yeah, I mean, I'd love more 2D animation. You'll get no argument from me. Princess and the Frog was released in '09. Was it? Treasure Planet is such an underrated movie. There's a whole video breakdown on what made Treasure Planet amazing and also why it was so under the radar. It's such a shame. Treasure Planet was so special. Thanks, Resub Admiral. Big Trouble in Little China. There's a fucking movie name I haven't heard in a long time. That's Kurt Russell, right? Pretty sure. This is the movie where the girl having it is Kurt Russell. The girl having green eyes was a big thing. It's like she's got green eyes. We have to fuck her. There's the resub Jack, Chef, and the gift sub Scalase. I don't remember why. So, Big Trouble in Little China, I legitimately remember nothing about the plot except for green eyes being a big thing. So, like, at some point, everyone wants the girl Kurt Russell's romantically invested in. And I remember she's like ascending towards the ceiling and her eyes are green. And they're like, the eyes being green was such a core component of the story for some reason. I remember liking it though. Have you seen Escape from New York? It's from the same director as Big Trouble. The name's not ringing any bells, so probably not. Thanks to the resub Sweet Tea. Yep, I like Bad Omen, Spirit Box, and Older Bring Me the Horizon. Thanks to Gifts of Bunyan. What's the weirdest movie you ever rented as a kid? Damn, I really have no idea. Mario Bros was a weird movie. I used to like that movie a lot. The original Mario Bros movie was actually so fire. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is going to bring up the new one. Oh, here we go. Like, it's not a good movie by any means. It's, like, rightfully on one of the worst lists. But I liked it when I was young, even though it had nothing to do with Mario.
I got a feeling we're not in Brooklyn no more.
Had the DVD. You fucking liar. This was VHS. I guess I could have released it on DVD too, though.
They're on the trail of a kidnapped princess and a mystical meteorite. It's incredible! That gives anyone who possesses it the
God, this I need to rewatch this.
to rule the universe. Get me the rock!
There's actually a really interesting story behind the creation of this movie too.
They must rescue the princess. And make
God, this is chaotic.
later, alligator, to our world. Are you alright? Before time runs out.
Jesus, this trailer is absolutely ridiculous. It's like a subliminal message.
Super Mario Brothers. This ain't no game.
Fuck. I mean, the movie, like, I liked it. It's not good, but I did like it when I was a kid. Thanks to Risa Binder and Lachlan. And no, I haven't. I don't think I ever played that. Pietro. In the Prime, Dave. That trailer was the most 90s trailer since House Party. Disagree. This trailer's ahead of its time. This is like non-stop fucking stimulation. This is like a TikTok trailer. I disagree. This is like the most modern trailer you'll find for the fucking TikTok attention span. No, I don't remember the whole story behind the movie's creation. I just remember the directors. I think it was a husband and wife team or a boyfriend girlfriend team, and they were off their gourd. I'll tell you right now. They they were wacko mode throughout the filming and producing of this film. It was disastrous. Theresa, Bin, and Marie. Can't remember what... Here, I'll look it up. I can't remember what video I watched on it, but there was a great breakdown of why it ended up the way it did. I think it was something like this. No. Oh, maybe it was this? Maybe it was that I saw? Although this was only released a month ago, I feel like it was a lot longer. There's a tier 1 zone. There's a breakdown of it by a YouTube series called What Happened. Maybe that's the one then. Did you hear about the Redfall developer who was ranting on Twitter about her friend mocking her job after the game launch? Oh, rough. Well, that's no fun. The two creators were the husband and wife duo behind Max Headroom. That's why Bowser looks like him. The set was so catastrophic they got divorced and blacklisted from Hollywood. That sounds like what I remember, vaguely. There's a tier 1 prince in the resub helmet. Bob Hopkins also got fucked up during it. Look up the injuries he got. Did he? Oh no. Hey, congrats, Basic. I'm proud of you. Do you think we're heading for another video game crash? Nope. I don't think that'll ever happen again in gaming. There's too many other options. The market is so fucking full. So even if the $70 market starts collapsing, you still have all the indies to pick up the slack. Actor who played Luigi admitted he was drunk driving during the scenes where they drive the van through New York. Jesus. These are the Prime Vlad. And the Bits Mac. Bob Hoskins didn't even know the movie was based on a video game until shortly before filming. Well then. There's a new Yu-Gi-Oh story about a guy hiring a girl to play it with him. I saw that on Twitter. It's actually a really wholesome story. A dude was hiring a rental girlfriend service just for the sole purpose of playing Yu-Gi-Oh with somebody. So she showed up, he taught her Yu-Gi-Oh, and then he'd keep renting from the same service and requesting her. So she'd keep coming over and they'd keep playing Yu-Gi-Oh. And then the most recent time she came over, she brought her own deck that she built. It's actually like super sad and wholesome at the same time. At least that's how the story goes. It could very well be made up. Like I wasn't there. I don't know. But I saw the whole thread about it. Here's the resub eyes. Oh, I haven't heard anything about that, Girth. They got married and are expecting a baby. See, like, that seems a little far-fetched to me. Like, that seems a little too much in the realm of, like, a fairy tale. I could believe that renting a girlfriend through one of those services, like, you could teach her to play Yu-Gi-Oh and maybe she gets invested in it, so when you keep requesting her, she like learns the game and plays with you on her own accord. But then the whole getting married, expecting a baby within like however many months just seems a little unrealistic. He posted a picture of her pregnant. If that's the case, then I doubt the legitimacy of the entire story. They may have already been like together and expecting, and then just put up this whole story for it. I don't know. It just doesn't seem realistic. That timeline. He's the Prime, Priola, the resub H-Bomb and Bombastic, and the Bits Astral, and Beaches. Have you been keeping up with the Fallen Order speedrun? The new any percent routes are wild and sub 30. So I haven't... I've seen the recommended. It keeps getting recommended to me for the any percent route. And I tried watching it, but it just didn't seem that cool. Like, all of the cool tricks that I remember from a long time ago when this was popping off aren't really there anymore. They've been outdated in favor of some new shit that I don't fully understand how it works. Didn't the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Die? Yes, he died a fucking hero, though. He died trying to save the life of, I believe it was a woman and a child from drowning. They got pulled under from the undercurrent, and he went out there to try and save them, and he lost his life in the process. Or something like that. Now I'm a little foggy on the details, but he died a hero's death. Did they survive? They did. I believe it was a Marine went out there with him, and he was able to, in collaboration with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator, save them. But unfortunately, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator didn't make it. Is it really bad? The speedrun? No, the speedrun's cool. I like that it's now sub 30. Awesome Seth Rogen laugh kind of coming out of nowhere. It's just I would have liked the speedrun route to be a little more cool. Like, I love the glitches there, and then it comes over here, and then I don't understand at all what's going on, like how they get to the end of the game. But maybe it's just unfamiliarity with the route. He's right though, the game sucks. Nah, Fallen Order slaps. I think Fallen Order's great. Maybe I'll learn the speedrun for this. It's quick enough. So it really looks like the core new glitch here is this visual clip. You go to visuals and change something on and off to clip. You'll give up after an hour? You must not watch me do speedruns. I always at least finish a run when learning it. Fuck me. It took me, not fuck me. It took me 4 hours to do a single completed run for Lego Lord of the Rings. But I did it. Or Lego the Hobbit, that's what it was, not Lego Lord of the Rings. Lego the Hobbit. It was an 11-minute route and it took me 4 hours. But I did finish it.
Never.
Hello Neighbor 2 took a while also. True. That one did take a while. Thanks to resub Carl and Zed, but I do always finish them. And yeah, I watched it, Girth. I'm gonna getting 99 Slayer. I'll get it this week. We'll do it on stream. I'll grind the rest out. Binks Magnus made a good video going over the new route. Wow, I absolutely fucking blew the spelling there.
What?
There's a tier 1 recon. Just found if you go into photo mode before a boss fight in Jedi Survivor, they take more damage. Interesting. Is there a speedrun already going for Jedi Survivor? I don't know what I was thinking with that. I forgot the most important part of my search, which was speedrun. Not yet. I love the Marrow. I think that's the most fun part of a speedrun, is pushing it to its limits like that. How long would the Jedi Survivor run be right now? Well, with no glitches, it'd be pretty long. I'm sure they'll find good glitches. Watch the third video. It has no views. I imagine it's not a viable speedrun strat. Well, that does seem pretty good. That probably will be the fastest movement. Any predictions on the story for the final Star Wars game with Cal? Think he's gonna die by Vader at the end? I'm assuming the third game will have Vader as the final boss and he dies to him. No, I don't really have any predictions, but I feel like Kata is gonna be like who they're setting up. Thanks to the resub, Jay. Did you see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer was leaked? No, I didn't see that. That's cool. You know, they're making a new Hollow Knight. Yeah, it's been in production for a long time and it's still not here yet. Oh, also, when is when are they late? Because I remember at the Microsoft conference they had that whole big hoopla. Like, every game you see here will be available within 1 year from this presentation. And Hollow Knight Silksong was on that. I feel like it's been a year. June. So they have 1 month left. Is the Prime Big Horse? Genuinely won't be surprised if they shadow drop like Hi-Fi. I would. For a game like Hollow Knight Silksong, I don't think they'd do that. Is the Prime Haas. Jesus Christ, Girth, that's terrible. Of course I'm going to play Silksong when it comes out. I'm very excited for that whenever it comes out. Thanks Resub Gorgasmic and Tier 1 Good. How long until Twitter turns on Mr. Beast for his new deaf people video? Oh man, immediately. Yeah, if they haven't already, I'm shocked. We actually talked about this a long time ago on the podcast. There is a very large chunk of deaf people who have a legitimate hatred for deaf people who get the surgery to hear again. They consider them traitors. I'm not shitting you. We even talked about it on stream before too. There is a community of deaf people who actually get extremely upset about those that choose to go through with the hearing surgeries. The whole belief is like, you're fine as you are, you should be proud to be deaf, and that by getting this surgery, you're saying that it was like a bad thing, or, you know, you were broken. Something along those lines. But basically like deaf pride, and if you get the hearing surgery, you're looked down upon for members of the community. It was, I couldn't believe it either when I read about it. They had an entire subreddit dedicated to it as well to call out people that would get the surgery. So I have no doubt Mr. Beast will catch a lot of shit for that. If he doesn't, I will be shocked. Not that he deserves it by any means. I'm just saying, I know it's on its way. Thanks, Resub Danvy. I took 2 semesters of ASL. You're absolutely right. There's a long history of deaf people trying to be fixed, and a lot of modern deaf culture was made as a reaction to that. I first really saw it with, who was that lady that was on The Apprentice? She was deaf, but then she got, like, the hearing surgery, and she wears them sometimes. The community hates her. The group of people I'm talking about within the deaf community absolutely fucking hates her for that. And I didn't understand why. And then we talked about it on the podcast, and then I learned it's like a real thing. Like, there is a not small group of deaf people that hate those that get that surgery or implants or anything. Is it a religious thing? No, I think it's just being part of the community thing. It's coming to terms with being deaf, right? Like, sometimes just being dealt a bad hand, and it's, You know, you find a community of people that are also deaf. And then when someone gets the implants or, you know, gets the surgeries and everything like that, they feel it as a betrayal because it's like throwing away that community, saying like, this community, you know, something was wrong with them and wrong with it, so now I've changed as a result. I don't know. Something like that. So it becomes a very like toxic environment. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is like a group or a component of that that's religious, like God made you that way. Who are you to go against God's plan for you and being deaf? Like, I'm sure that's probably there in some capacity. Thanks the resub Game Catcher. You do keep misconstruing criticisms of systems that create the need for philanthropic figures like Mr. Beast with the direct criticism of Mr. Beast, which is almost never the point of these tweets you've called out in your videos. Yeah, that's like a really lukewarm IQ take because Mr. Beast just helping people isn't necessarily an acceptance or an encouragement of the system that puts it in place, man. Like, you're literally arguing with a ghost. You're making up arguments in your head. I don't know how many times I've outright said it's fucked up that this is even a thing that needs to exist, but Mr. Beast has done nothing wrong by helping people. Literally nobody is saying like, the system's fine. The system's great. Mr. Beast is a saint for all of this, and he's fixing the system, or not fixing the system, he's, God, what is it? He's playing by the rules of capitalism and the system's working as intended. It's not like if Mr. Beast didn't help 1,000 people, the system is all of a sudden getting improved. So why not just help the 1,000 people? Is a resub Rexplode, Glass, and Mallory. You know, Alexander Graham Bell helped create ASL? I did not know that. What? No, I didn't know that. There's a Prime Floop in the resub Vin and Flamingo. I swear people just want something to be mad at. You can be mad at the system. I think you're totally justified in being mad at the system where people would need to pay for, you know, life-changing surgery like the ability to hear and see. That's a real problem. But you know who doesn't contribute to that problem is Mr. Beast by paying for those surgeries for those people. It's not like if he didn't do that, all of a sudden the system isn't being improved upon. There's no reason not to help them. If he can afford to and wants to. I am excited for Liza P. Why did he go with that thumbnail again? I don't know. He's got to change up these fucking thumbnails, though, if he wants to keep doing these things. These are some weird thumbnails. Jimmy's got to work on that shit ASAP. That is some concerning shit. Easy tier 1. Dumbass Ivy in the Bits Teach-On. I haven't been watching a lot of One Piece buff, so I'm still at the same place. Right after Skypiea. And the resub queen. The tweets you called out in the past videos were not criticizing Mr. Beast, they were criticizing capitalism and using Mr. Beast videos as an example of how fucked up our current state of capitalism is. Calling that take lukewarm is some insane ego shit. You mean the tweet that called Mr. Beast demonic for paying for people's eye surgery? Because in the Mr. Beast video I made, I'm pretty sure that was the only tweet I made, or the only tweet I showed was him being called demonic. Is that a criticism of capitalism somewhere in there? Because that was literally calling him demonic without being able to explain why. Are you mistaking me for somebody else? They called him the Antichrist. No, I think that was a different tweet. Here, I'll double check. I don't think it was the same tweet. Because I'm pretty sure the Mr. Beast demonic tweet was the one just calling what he's done demonic without being able to explain why. There's something so demonic about this and I can't articulate what it is the tweet that I was talking about. And scrubbing through the whole video, that is literally the only one that I show. So you must have got me confused with somebody else there. Thanks to resub Golden and Rainbow. Thanks to the resub Wormy and the Prime Rasvalds. And the 10 gift subs Physical Blob. Thank you for that, Physical. I appreciate that. Thanks for your generosity. The devil is also known as a beast. Coincidence. True, actually. You might be onto something. You could make the next viral Mr. Beast equals Antichrist tweet. He doesn't call Mr. Beast demonic, literally basic comprehension issue. He said something about this is demonic, most likely referring to unregulated capitalism. Man, you can't just accept you were wrong. You literally said the tweets that I called out in my video were about capitalism. There is one tweet, and it is... You are finding a very charitable interpretation, so that way you don't have to take a big L. The tweet literally just says there's something so demonic about this, but can't articulate why, and a picture of Mr. Beast helping people with the eyesight. Oh, actually, what he was saying, and I understand because your brain, you're just a Philistine, the subtle vicissitudes of his point must have been lost on a simpleton like you, Charles. He was clearly making a very in-depth critique about the state of capitalism, which is why he explained that he can't articulate what it is, obviously. You were just wrong, man. It's fine. You got me confused with somebody else. It's okay. Thanks to resub Bunny. And the 5 gift subs Handsome. I appreciate that, man. I know. Like I said, these thumbnails need some work. That shit is weird. That's what I said about the last one too, man. They're fucking weird. Would you ever play old games again? I just did. I play old games, usually during bad game nights, though. So not any, like, actual banger classics or anything. The guy who made that tweet said in a TikTok that he was referring to what you meant about how some people need to luck out getting picked for a YouTube video to be helped. But the guy didn't word it properly. Okay, good. Then him and I are in agreement. And the guy who's like hyper analyzing his first tweet is still off the mark. Like, I don't know why we're going back and forth over nothing. He shouldn't have made a dumb, vague tweet then. And his point is still the point I'm making. Thanks to resub Grofen. Thanks to the Bits Espresso and Wallapue. Do the Quap speedrun challenge? Meh. What games would you go back to at its prime and why? City of Heroes or Halo 2? Because those games are timeless. Would you have given Jedi Survivor on the moist meter if it ran well? I said that in the moist meter. I would have given it an 85. The game, I actually thought the game was great. You see the Illuminati channel? Yeah, I still haven't watched that whole response and all the drama there. I don't really care to. Plague Seeker is way too political and drenched in woke ideologies. Super disappointed in you. Signed, Reset Era. Or actually, it wouldn't be Reset Era. Yeah, I put on the fucking blue hair wig for Plague Seeker's narrative. I'm looking forward to Tears of the Kingdom. I think it'll be great. Even though I fucking hate Nintendo. Hey, Socks. Speedruns for Tears of the Kingdom's about to go. Tears of the Kingdom about to go crazy. Well, yeah, because you can do so much with it now. You can build so much shit. I have no doubt they're gonna come up with the wackiest inventions that break the game. It's gonna be crazy, absolutely crazy. Jesus Christ, no, he was kidding about like the political wokeness of Plagueseeker. This story is about a goddamn asteroid that hits Earth and mutates the populace into fucking monsters called plagues, and about one guy's violent obsession with eating the other 8 great plagues. He was just kidding. Thanks to Resub Ginger. An Antifa asteroid. True, yeah, the mutation gave everyone blue hair. He's right. Yeah, he's onto something. You see the Australian man that ate his body mass and hummus and got officially knighted with a ceremony. Did he get knighted because he ate so much hummus? Because that seems not worth a knighting ceremony. Is the Prime never done? I'll look it up, sure. An unusual honor has occurred where a man knighted for his love of hummus. He ate 37 kilograms of the chickpea dip in order to gain the noble title. Is that all it takes?
An unusual honour in Hallam today for a man knighted for his love of
Great
hummus.
armor.
He's bizarrely told Alan Rascal he ate 30
Out here looking like Gilgamesh from Fate Stay Night.
in order to gain the title.
He arrived a man of the people. But this was no ordinary man. His true identity a secret. He is the hero of hummus, who was about to be knighted.
Wow.
Hummus.
It is the most refreshing and nourishing of all condiments across the land.
His
Man, this guy is
last
quirky.
chickpea spread saw him vow to eat his body mass in hummus in a year. He kept the tubs and made a suit of armor out of them. He also made a video and sent it to the...
Wait, is this all the hummus he ate over the... so it was over the course of a year? This isn't impressive at all. I ate a lot of hummus too. I probably ate somewhere close to this much hummus over the course of a fucking year. Can I get knighted? What is it? Is that all it takes? That really isn't much at all.
armor out of them. He also made a video and sent it to the folks at Yumi's. How much did you eat?
37 tubs.
37 tubs. How big are the tubs?
Okay, 37's quite a bit actually, not gonna lie
After
now.
being greeted by a
It didn't look like
guard
37 on
complete
his
with
body.
Carrots at the ready for dipping. It was then time for the hummus queen to do her duty and bestow the knighthood.
Damn, I thought this was gonna be a real knighting ceremony. This is still pretty wacky though.
The effort that he went to create such an incredible suit of armour, honouring my kingdom, he was an obvious choice.
So what does he plan to do with the honour?
It's an ad.
I shall
Yeah,
be spreading the good word.
but it's kind of a cute one.
And there's that old saying, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. We've got Knight Hummus, Queen Hummus, time for King Hummus. Alan Rascal.
That was cute. I thought it was gonna be like a real knighting thing. Like an actual honor. Probably not, Camus. Thanks, Arisa, Monster, and Flappy, and the Bits Gelato. Thanks, Arisa, Honey Nut. And thanks to the Bits Panda. Hope you're having a good night. Thanks to Prime Lance. How are the Red Guard speedruns going? Oh, they're fucking unreal. Yeah, the Red Guard speedruns are actually crazy right now. It's only been a couple days, The first record was an hour 55. The current record is 12 minutes 30 seconds. So, yeah, it's been crazy. Oh, thanks for the 5 gift subs. Receiving. Thanks for that. What's Redguard? It's the new $10,000 speedrun bounty I put out. It's actually got a very rich history. So, Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard is almost well, not solely responsible, but plays a large role in Bethesda's downward spiral in the late 90s, where it was almost like run out of business. So this game came out in 98, I think it was. And from 1996 to about 2000, Bethesda couldn't make money. They were just circling the drain, and Redguard wasn't popular, no one played it, and they needed Morrowind to come in and save all of Bethesda, which it did. So nobody ever really played this game. But it's a wacky one. That's for sure. Thanks for your sub, Spaz. And the resub, Eddie. What shortcut was found to cut the time down to sub 20? It was actually found by this, I believe, I'm pretty sure, the bulk of the credit falls onto the same guy who found the Chapter 13 skip in our last speedrun bounty for Exodus from the Earth. His name's OnTrigger. So, in Exodus from the Earth, the original speedrun record was 55 minutes, or no, it was like an hour and 5 minutes. OnTrigger found Chapter 13 skip in collaboration with other members, which cut it immediately down to about 30. So in this game, OnTrigger is once again glitch hunting, and the original record was an hour 55, and he found a glitch that cut it all the way down to about 25 minutes. He cut out an hour and a half from the root from his glitch. It was like 5 hours in, too. Oh, yeah, he found it same day that the fucking competition was announced, yeah. He dusted off his copy of Redguard, and he's like, alright, time to get to work real quick, but I only want to hop on for the afternoon. Thanks to the resub, Captain Kid. Yeah, there's a new speedrun game. I'm hoping it'll go sub 10 by the end, but I feel like that's going to be kind of hard. It's already so fucking optimized. I feel like sub 10's a bit of a pipe dream, but I'd love to see it. Anything come out on Unrecord? Not yet, I don't think. If anything has, I haven't seen it. It'll be a while before we really get to see a lot from Unrecord. I'll check. Oh, wow. That doesn't look like anything new yet. Dante's Inferno. Fun fact, I was actually going to do Dante's Inferno for the next speedrun bounty, but it's really only available on console, and it's also really, like, not easy to acquire. So we just deemed it wasn't worth it. That wouldn't really be a fun competition because so few people would get it. Or be able to get it. You'd have to do like an emulator for PC, which I feel like a lot of people probably wouldn't want to do. It's not sold online, right? I don't think so. I couldn't find it. You'd have to get it from the console itself. But I think it might be on like the actual Xbox marketplace. Thanks to the bits, Jack. And yeah, I saw the Mudahars video. Thanks to Resub Saturn. MXM with the highest overall win rate. We're nuts. That's a fucking Moist Moguls difference, baby. Our team is cooking. Our boys are looking good. He's the prime boss. I know, he streams Camus. I've seen his streams before. Any luck finding a Street Fighter 6 representative? Not yet. They're still actively looking. Do you know who DD Osama is? No, I can't say I'm familiar. Sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. That's a whole archetype with DD. There's a Resub Zuku. Oda put out a statement regarding the live-action One Piece. Sure, I'll look it up. One Piece creator offers update on Netflix live-action series. Will be setting sail very soon. Apparently all that hoopla about the CGI being terrible was all fake and not real, so I guess there's still potential. Been working with Tomorrow Studios and Netflix for quite some time, Oda wrote in a letter posted online. Even though they understand each of the characters, we obviously come from very different cultures, so when it comes to entertainment, we have different codes, skill sets, and aims. Sometimes it can be frustrating for both sides, it felt like. Sometimes it can be frustrating for both sides. It felt like we're all trying to get to the same place, so how come we're not on the same wavelength? There was even a time when I thought, is a foreign production even possible? Oda went on to say that all involved in the show have been hard at work this entire time, and that each and every entity involved is working in sync. And while it was previously announced that the show would debut in 2023, Oda said, "They've promised that we won't launch until I'm satisfied." Well, that's huge. That's big. I will say though, I think this is very on the money. You can see that with pretty much every Western adaptation of anime. Like, look at the Cowboy Bebop live action. I don't know how they're gonna pull off live action Luffy, for example, without it just being the most annoying shit of all time. Thanks to the resub CJ, Fry Lord, and Race, and Indifferent. Thanks to the resub Dragon. Apparently they're also like blasting through like the One Piece story, like speed running it. So I feel like that's just going to be tough. Well, this is odd. Considering my expected lifespan, I believe this is the last chance to bring One Piece to the entire world. If we're gonna do it, I want to be able to supervise things while I'm still active. That's why I agreed to the live-action adaptation of One Piece back in 2016. What the fuck? I didn't know it was that long. One Piece has already been brought to the entire world, brother. That just goes to show you, I think that's just a big difference in our culture. One Piece is like one of the most best-selling pieces of fiction ever. Like, literally ever. It's already worldwide. Thanks for the bit, Sweet. No idea, Sweet. Haven't heard any updates on it. It means people not into animation? Yeah, but even if you're not into animation, you still do know One Piece. Even if you don't read the manga or watch the show, you still know it. Everyone's heard One Piece before. Not normies. I find that hard to believe. I bet if I texted my dad and asked him if he'd heard of One Piece, he would probably say yes, even though my dad knows nothing about anime or anything. I really just think it's one of those names that's kind of reached the mainstream. Your dad is a gamer. Yeah, now he is. He's getting there. I'll see if he's awake. It's not mainstream. The average person has never heard of One Piece, I promise. I just disagree. Would you say the average person has heard of Naruto? I imagine you'd say yes. I feel like One Piece has infiltrated that same normie market as well. By all metrics, One Piece is bigger than Naruto, and I still think it's infiltrated like pop culture the same way Naruto had. Same with Dragon Ball. I would say Dragon Ball is still. I think that's. I don't think One Piece is up to Dragon Ball in terms of mainstream relevance. That I think is getting a little carried away, but I definitely say it's on par with Naruto in terms of mainstream appeal. Thanks to the resub denied and the 5 gift subs, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Knowing the name and knowing the story is different. Well, yeah, obviously. I'm just talking about name recognition, man. Everybody in the fucking world knows Dragon Ball. Just like I feel like the majority of people also know Naruto. And I would say One Piece is on the same level of mainstream adaptation as Naruto. Thanks the resub, Lang. And the bit Sweet and Chun. No, I don't know anything about it, Sweet. There hasn't been any updates, so I don't know. Voice Rec, I don't know. No, One Piece isn't that known. I just don't know where, like, what, based on what, man? It is literally one of the most best-selling pieces of fiction ever. Hold on. I think it outsold Batman. I'm pretty sure I remember reading that. Let's see. And it's not like that's all just localized to Japan sales. Here. Where can I get the list of all manga and comic breakdown? Pretty sure there's a Wikipedia for it. Yep. It is One Piece. With 100... Oh man, wait. No, that can't be right. Is it? Hold on. No, there's no way. No, yeah. One Piece has over 110 million more sales than the entirety of Batman and Spider-Man. Literally any comic book except Superman. Superman beats it by... What is that? 80 million units? In Japan. No, this is worldwide. This is just worldwide sales. So it looks like Superman is still the best-selling comic / manga. Which I didn't expect. I thought it was Batman. I didn't know Superman was that ahead. Is it all time or specific time frame? No, it's all time. So Superman from 1938 to present has approximately 600 million sales. Batman 1939 to present has approximately 484 million, even though it has 2,000 more issues than Superman. And then Spider-Man's in third place with 387 million. And One Piece is right behind Superman with 500 and... Oh, I misread that the first time. But 516 million. So Superman 1, One Piece 2. But way more people know Batman than One Piece. Well, yeah, I would agree with that too. Yeah, I agree. I think Batman is more culturally mainstream adapted than One Piece. I agree. But that doesn't mean that One Piece is some like obscure unknown thing that nobody's ever heard of, and like the only way it's going to get mainstream is to be on fucking Netflix with a live action. I just disagree. I still think it's up there with Naruto when it comes to mainstream like adoption. Also, for what it's worth, Dragon Ball isn't even in the top 10 when it comes to sales. Which is crazy. He's a tier 1 butt chug in the resub chainsaw and the prime shades, whisperer, and the bits arrow. True arrow, I mean maybe. Comics in general kind of niche though. Here, that's an interesting thing. Why don't we look up like total franchise, so not only comics and manga, but also all the merchandise, the shows, everything. Let me see if they have that. Let me look there. I'm curious. Do they have something like that? No. I could just go to like the highest grossing franchises. But I don't know if that's going to count any of that shit. Let's see. I'll do a Control F. Let's do Naruto. It's not even on here. Yu-Gi-Oh is though. Yu-Gi-Oh's in the top, what is this, top 50? Yeah, top 50. Yu-Gi-Oh cards do work. No, I know that shit pops. What about Batman? Batman is, oh yeah, Batman is way up here. It is entirely carried, 21 billion of its 29 billion entirely carried by just merchandise sales. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Thanks to the bits, famine. Yeah, no, toys go crazy, man. They do. They absolutely do. Pokemon's number one, and it's not even close. Pokemon will always be the highest grossing franchise. I don't imagine that getting dethroned anytime soon at all. Pokemon's just too powerful. Thanks to Resub Sin. And they still make shitty games. Yeah, they put no effort into their games, which is always so sad. Of course, I'm gonna stream Zelda when it comes out. Papa John's came out with a disgusting looking calzone with Cool Ranch Dorito dust. Let me take a peek. Papa John's reveals its Cool Ranch Doritos Taco Bell dupe. There's no picture of it here. It's just a write-up. I want to see what it looks like. Well, why is it so hard to just show me a picture? What the fuck? Is there like an embargo on it? This is the only thing they show, and this doesn't look bad. But I'd like to see like a full picture of the calzone. Thanks the resub Pink Mist. You know, the real thing looks much worse. Well, yeah, obviously. I don't think so, Potato. What am I looking at? It looks disgusting and I want it right now. How does this look disgusting? This looks totally average. Just like a very average, fine snack. The Papadia is pretty good in general. Is that what it is? Oh, Papadia. Snack that's probably 1,500 calories. Yes, sir. That's an American little munchie there. Thanks, resub, Stormy. Any update on the cereal lawsuits? Nothing I've seen. Not yet. Nothing new to report on that front. They're looking to ban Fox News and Canadian channels. Is that right? Jesus. Well, now that Tucker Carlson can't talk about the M&Ms, though, what's left? They've taken everything from us. Thanks to Tier 1 Ancients. Thanks to the Resub Blaze. And Tier 1 Tristan. Have you seen Florida legislators passing a bill to allow radioactive material to be used in building roads? It's about fucking time. I'm so tired of the word radioactive being negatively construed. You know, like, a little radioactivity never hurt nobody. Let me see. How much, though? How many microsieverts we talking? Let me just take a peek real quick. So some radioactive fertilizer, okay. But like how much? How much are we talking? Where's the microsieverts at? It doesn't say. So it's just going to be using this phosphate. I don't know how radioactive it is. I'm sure it's probably fine. You see that hotel manager caught suckling guest toes? Nah, that sounds like good service, though. Thanks to Resub No Sir and Poison Enzyme and Chef. And the Resub Hard Dick. Check out the Memorial High School senior prank that utterly trashed the school. Pretty sure we saw that one. Isn't that the one that made national news like last year? Can't even remember why now. Yeah, I saw Mudahar's most recent vid. It's pretty disgusting. It's not good. Well, not his video, the situation he covered. Oh, true! I never even talked about that on stream. Thanks for reminding me. Jackson Mahomes got arrested. You remember this goober? Hold on. The brother of Patrick Mahomes who tries his absolute best to ride his brother's meat and just try and, like, absorb some of his fame and attention just through proximity. So Jackson Mahomes, all he does is, like, shitty TikTok dances. So, like, during the Super Bowl, he, after they won, he went on the field and just filmed, like, 3 different TikTok dancing videos, like, you know, doing all of this shit on the field. He does it in front of his brother. He tries to rope his brother into it. It's all super cringe, but, you know, it's not illegal to be cringe. What is illegal, though, is what he got caught on camera doing. Oh, they don't have the video here. Well, I probably couldn't show it on Twitch anyway because it's a fucking sexual assault case, but basically, a camera caught him. It's hard. A camera caught him with a woman, and he takes her by the neck, leans her back, and forcibly kisses her. And she's like squirming to get away. He eventually lets go, and she does. And then she's like trying her best to like awkwardly laugh it off. And then he comes back and does the same shit again, grabs her by the neck, leans her back, kisses her again. And she reported it, and it was all captured on camera. So now he's facing charges for that. And he's maintaining that that's like, you know, you're missing the context. We have video that disproves what she's saying, which is going to be a crazy video to somehow excuse, like, grabbing her neck and leaning her back where it's clear she doesn't really want that at all. So I don't know what the fuck they have that's going to somehow disprove that. That would be crazy. That would be a wild plot twist. But yeah, it's just a context play. I imagine what they're going to try and say is that the lady was like hitting on Jackson all night, and this was all like consensual and a setup, which I feel like anyone who watches that video wouldn't really get that impression, like, at all. She was the bar owner. Well, I don't see what that has to do with the actual case itself. What? But yeah, I mean, she was the bar owner. I don't see why that matters, though. It's not really pertinent to what he did. It's not like, yeah, she's the bar owner, which means I can fucking strangle her and kiss her. And she was his friend's stepmom. Oh, I actually forgot about that part. Yeah. She's also the stepmom of one of his friends, which is even fucking weirder. That's even more foul. Thanks to Resub Connor and the Prime checks. And the Prime Hyrene. It's a he said, she said, but they have video. Plus, he has a good lawyer, so they'll try and say she consented. I have no doubt they're going to settle out of court. There's too much money in the Mahomes family name. They will settle out of court for some kind of crazy undisclosed amount, no doubt. But yeah, I mean, there is at least video to corroborate her side where it's like she didn't want that to happen. It wasn't consensual, and it was pretty fucking weird. Because again, the video's out there. It really doesn't look like it was something she was asking for in any way. Eventually, I feel like Patrick will disown him if he continues. Yeah, it's just such a hard thing to do because it's his fucking brother. So there's like that blood obligation to him. It's hard for him to just cold turkey cut him off like that. But Patrick doesn't really play with him like he did. Like, there's a video on Jackson Mahomes' TikTok where they're out at dinner. Like, a whole big group of them are out at dinner. Jackson and Patrick are sitting side by side. And Jackson just gets up and films a TikTok dance next to his brother. And his brother is doing everything in his power to try and just look away from him and pretend it's not happening. Like, it really seems like Patrick knows his brother is, like, a fucking loser. Thanks to Resub Reese. Show us that video? Sure. I saw it on Jamari's coverage of the situation, so I'll go to his video for it. Jackson Mahomes' TikTok has literally like thousands of these things, so it's hard to scrub through and find them all.
Jackson Mahomes, the brother of Patrick Mahomes, has.
I think it's right around here.
This person or this person is done, and maybe they're really not. But I do truly feel like this could be the end of Jackson Mahomes.
Maybe it was before.
What he's being charged with is absolutely no joke. You know, it's a joke that Patrick was gonna disown Jackson for quite some time. It's like every single week he was up to some new antics, whether that be on the sideline of the football field while he was supposed to be supporting his brother, or even off that football field.
God, it's so fucking unbearable. It's so bad.
He was getting kicked out of bars. He was going into these different businesses with his friends.
Is that the end of the montage?
When realistically, he hasn't accomplished anything in his entire life besides riding his brother's coattails to some very insignificant TikTok fame. I mean, seriously, this guy might be in the running for the most entitled person of all time. And I'm telling you guys, I know that sometimes I'll be with the clickbait saying, oh, it's the end of this person, or this person is done, and maybe they're really not. But I do truly feel like this could be the end of Jackson Mahomes. What he's being charged with is absolutely no joke. You know, it's not kind of like what got him all the attention. He was doing all this dancing at the Chiefs games. And the guy in the background is like the perfect example of what everyone was thinking. He's like, is this guy serious? Okay, then he was wearing this shirt, leave Jackson Mahomes alone, because everyone was making fun of him for doing his little dances on the sideline.
It does have to be an where is that clip? I know it's in here somewhere. I don't remember where. It does have to be an unbearable feeling to be so buried in your brother's shadow that you can never see the sun. His brother is an extremely talented athlete, and meanwhile Jackson got none of those gifts. Like, that does have to be a miserable existence. This is the security camera footage. I don't think I can play it on Twitch. Where the fuck is the clip of him dancing next to his brother? Is it in here?
Was exhibiting unparalleled levels of entitlement. I mean, all this guy really had to do was sit back, mind his own business, and watch the residual money come in from riding his brother's coattails, who is on his way to being a billionaire. Because it's no secret at this point that Patrick Mahomes is going to be the face of the NFL, and that is obviously a very lucrative...
Okay, wait, can you just give me the timestamp? It's 3:48. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that one clip. It's here?
In front of
yeah, here it is.
Entitlement. There's just a video of him dancing in front of Patrick, okay? Obviously, Patrick don't want any part of this. He's not with the TikTok shenanigans. It gets much worse when he starts dancing on Sean Taylor's memorial at the Redskins game. Tossing up the L on a man's memorial is insane behavior.
I didn't even remember that one. But yep. Being cringe wasn't a crime, but the sexual battery maybe. He's also a terrible dancer. Well, he can't dance. He just takes the TikTok shit and tries to emulate it, but he can't do it well. He actually just has no talent, unfortunately. His brother took all of it and left him nothing. Left him nothing. He's in Prime Canopy in the resub wag. In the Bits Chicken. Yeah, we talked about that, T-Chan. Thanks for the resub, Philip. Man's actually physically gifted. He's not bad at b-ball. He's tall as shit. I haven't seen him playing basketball, though. I feel like if he was actually good at basketball, he would have been posting some b-ball clips on TikTok, so that way people would stop clowning on him from doing nothing but shitty dancing that 9-year-olds do. But I mean, he's tall. Like, he should be good at basketball. If he has any level of athleticism like his brother, he should be good at basketball. He quit basketball to do TikTok. Oh, that's the saddest shit of all time, if you're being honest. Oh no, oh no. Oh, I hope you're just kidding. Thanks for the bits, Goblin. I think they're good, Goblin. I think they're looking real good. I'm excited. I mean, why try and succeed when you can TikTok off the Mahomes name? Well, the saddest part of that is he's not even succeeding on that front either. Like, his TikTok engagement isn't bad by any means, but it's not like he can live off it. It's fucking TikTok, and he hasn't been able to branch out into anything else. He just has a couple of 10-second TikTok dances that he does at, like, the Super Bowl because his brother's so good. So he just does a TikTok dance there, and people laugh at him for it. He doesn't get, like, I haven't seen him do any sponsors or anything. Like, I actually think he just suckles on Patrick Mahomes' bosom. Like, Patrick gives him handouts, and it keeps him going. I don't know what kind of shirt he's wearing, but it looks like that apron you get when you get a haircut. You're not wrong. That is quite an observation. These are the resub 6-2 and the bits Irene. His dad was a professional baseball player for many teams. Oh, I've never actually looked up the Mahomes, like, family. What was it, their dad also super good? What the fuck? I didn't know that. Who's their dad? Oh yeah. Wait. He's Pat Mahomes the second. The first was Patrick Mahomes, the professional MLB pitcher. I mean, he's not like a Hall of Famer by any means, but wow, wait, yeah, they were just born millionaires, huh? Didn't know that. He's Resub Sullivan and Loser Weeb. Jackson could have been an athlete, but he's just a lazy coomer. I don't know about the coomer claim. Maybe lazy, if chat's being honest about him quitting basketball for the sake of TikTok clout, or quitting his sports for TikTok shit. Maybe. That's always the saddest thing to me. There was, on our basketball team, we had one guy in particular who actually probably could have played super high-level ball, but he just hated practice and refused to put any work into it. So he just dropped it. For no fucking reason. Just fucking dropped it. And I'll never understand wasted potential when you have a gift like that to not pursue it. I don't know. It's just so shameful. Shameful is the wrong word because obviously do what makes you happiest, but at least try and fully realize the potential. Like, please. I don't know. Why force something? Yeah, like I said, if it doesn't make them happy, I guess there's no reason to force it. But it's just always such a big question mark. Like, I feel like it'd always be a question mark. Like, where could this have taken me? I don't know what they're doing now. I have no idea. I just know they did not continue with basketball. Maybe they got equal talent in other thing. Maybe what they're doing now, they're fucking prodigy at. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. That is true. How much onion powder do you think I need to use in order to replace about 2 cups of diced onions? I'd say about 3 teaspoons. Tablespoons, actually. You said 2 diced onions. It's gonna need a lot more onion powder. Do 3 tablespoons of onion powder. That ought to do it. And then also do a white wine reduction just in case. That'll help bring out a little more of that umami. Thanks to the resub, Sneaky and Chaos. Really, Sneaky? Is that right? You got lucky then. Because mine still doesn't, and most people's still doesn't. Thanks to the Prime Phaser. Oh, that's exactly why then, Sneaky. Yeah, I think it's a certificate or certification issue, which is why that's happening. So yeah, if yours is less than legal, you should be fine, I guess. Thanks to Resub Goth. What happened to Tummy Time? We just took all of the stuff we used for Tummy Time and we're using it for something else. You'll see the results of it soon. Tummy Time was a lot of fun, though. But the next thing is kind of wild. Also, a lot of it we've been using for the MWL as well. Did you play some Counter-Strike today? Nah, I'm just going to play with the squad from now on. Solo queuing in CSGO is miserable. Actually fucking miserable. Thanks the bitch, Krabby. Yes, I was Krabby. Alright, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm gonna say goodnight to Tiana. Thanks, Arisa Bonbori in Marauder. Yeah, Bramble was great. Thanks to the bits AJ and the Prime Jabroni. And the resub Singo. Am I excited for Spider-Man 2? Yeah, of course I am. Which TCG would you recommend to a newcomer? Depends on what you like, man. I'd say try them out on the PC first. It'll be a lot cheaper. You hear about Texas. That is so vague. What about Texas? I'm familiar with it. But what in particular? Another mass shooting. Oh. Oh, that's no fun. Eight dead and 7 injured at a mall. Shit. Well, that's no good. That's like the fucking millionth already this year. Christ. You already talking about the children working at the McDonald's? Oh, you talking about the kids at Louisville? The Louisville McDonald's? Thanks, Yusuf Hertz. I don't remember if I talked about it on stream. I think I did. Thanks to Tier 1 Magic. Thanks to the Prime. Morning and resub Ravenous. A lot of people leaving Florida because of new bill. Which one? Thanks to resub Nitro. There's been so many fucking new bills in Florida, it's crazy. Now there's one about like radioactive material in construction. Like we got so much shit. It's getting wild. We're putting a lot of new things out there. These are 3 gift subs. Pizza. Thank you for that. The bits magic. Why do you choose to stay in Florida? I don't know. I just like Florida, man. I've grown up here. I like the weather because I hate the cold. Everything's like really close by. The prices of shit are like super affordable compared to all of the other places I've visited across the country. Except for Miami, but I don't go to Miami. Miami's hell on earth. Have you heard of the Raka Raka A24 horror movie? Yeah, it looks cool. I forgot the name of it, but it does look cool. I have faith in them to pull it off. Like, it doesn't look like it's trying to do anything super new or anything, but I just have faith in them doing a good job. Can't say I saw that, Mac. Corey Kenshin is in the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I'm very happy to hear that, but I'm upset they didn't ask me. I'm such a big Five Nights at Freddy's guy. It's so fucking weird. Thanks, Resub J Fresh. Resub Gummy. They probably saw your impression on Security Breach. Did I do a good impression? I don't remember. I'm sorry to hear that, B-Dub. I'm wishing you the best. There's a resub Vector. And Freshy. And Flash. And the resub Dubsy. Lakers won by 30 today. Could have been more if I was on the squad. Have you heard about that movie that came out last year called Glorious, about a guy trapped in a rest area bathroom with a demon on the other side of a glory hole? No. After a breakup, Wes ends up at a remote rest stop. He finds himself locked inside the bathroom with a mysterious figure speaking from an adjacent stall. Soon, Wes realizes he is involved in a situation more terrible than he could imagine. Very interesting. J.K. Simmons is in this. What? What? In a glory hole thriller? Why? Why is J.K. Simmons in this? Well, let me see a trailer. Oh, can I see a trailer for this? How prominent is the glory hole? There's a tier 1 Caffey and the prime alpaca. There's nothing sexual? Yeah, it's kind of playing up here muted, so it looks okay. Wow, that's a wild thumbnail. I'm assuming this is the same trailer. Is this safe to watch? Because this thumbnail is looking a little more risque. Are we sure? I'm just not gonna risk it, I think. It's about time, though, for a glory hole thriller, I will say. Thanks to resub Quentin. Another new record in Redguard just now, 12:17. Let's go. Apparently, production for Stranger Things 5 was halted due to the WGA strike. Damn, the first good production that's getting hit now. I didn't see that magic, but that's good. You should watch Glorious and do a moist meter on it. I don't know about that. Is you resub Annabelle? I might watch it though, just because the concept is so interesting. A glory hole horror movie. It sounds like a cool production. You seen the movie that just came out called Nefarious? Oh no, I forgot to look that up. Someone told me about that last night. Apparently it's a big stinker. Wait, what is that? What is that plot? Was this hit by the writer's strike? He's about to be executed, but now he's insane, so we can't execute him. What? What the fuck is that idea? I like it. That's so fucking dumb.
Edward.
Okay, maybe I am in the dark. Even if the day of his execution or whatever, someone tried to play the insanity card, why would they even bother humoring it? It'd be very clearly a ploy to get out of the execution. It'd be fucking silly. Like that wouldn't really work. That would have had to have been like established as like a psychiatric evaluation well beforehand, right? Like, there's no way that's like grounded in reality. An insanity plea is literally during trial, though. It's happened before. With who? Let me see. Because I imagine the day of your execution, you'd probably be going kind of insane. Here. Judge ruled... The only thing that came up when looking up a case similar is a judge ruled that the Arizona death row prisoner who had been found legally insane is still competent to be executed. That's the only thing that came up with anything related to this. And then this one, I guess, is somewhat related. There was a death row inmate whose execution was postponed because of a psychotic episode. Because he gouged both of his eyes out. I'll check it out. It seems silly. Is it supposed to be bad or good? I can't remember what the person said yesterday. Let me see. It's got a... What is this, a 4.8? Oh, no, it's not. Is that for this movie? No, it is, yeah. 4.8. A 33 on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6 on IMDb. Thanks, the resub Accessory Monster and Hazix. Oh yeah, I love all of Neil Breen's work. What's the audience review on Rotten Tomatoes? 96. Which is literally everything, by the way. I don't think I've seen a bad audience score unless there was a high critic score for it. Literally anything with a bad Rotten Tomatoes critic score has like a 95% audience score. The audience is actually fucking brain dead most of the time, so I don't take any of that with any real consideration anymore either. Fucking Plane has like a 96 audience score. So both the critics and audience score on Rotten Tomatoes I think are absolutely worthless. Thanks the resub Blade and Jake. I know Marvel and DC both have the same formula, but which do you prefer? What do you mean? I guess Marvel. At least Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. DC has just been making dog shit after dog shit for years now. I don't remember the last good DC movie. It's been so long. The Batman. The Batman is not DCU. The Batman is a totally separate thing. But yeah, the Batman was great. God damn it. I wish people would stop using that cope. That is not in the DCU. This is the resub Taz Beast. And Jason. In Tier 1 Gary. Was the Suicide Squad movie DCU? I actually don't remember now. Might have been. If so, then yeah, the Suicide Squad was good. Thanks for resub Paco. Also by James Gunn. Yeah, I mean, James Gunn's just a good director, man. I like his work. I didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but other than that, I think I've liked all of his other superhero movies. Peacemaker was good. Yeah, that show was good. Just recently rode the Guardians ride at Epcot in Florida. And man, that's one of the best rides lately. I'm glad to hear that. I've never ridden it, so I don't know shit about it, but I'm happy to hear you had fun. All I know is Mission Earth, or whatever it's called. Where they hypothesize that computers might one day end up in our homes. Thanks, Resub Booster. Spaceship Earth, that's what it's called. Spaceship Earth, not Mission Earth. Have you heard of the game Bramble? I just played through all of that last night. The game was amazing. He's a Prime Porta. And the resub Corrosive. You ever heard of the game Frogger and the Great Quest? Is that the cereal box one? No, this is definitely not the cereal box one. Is there a speedrun for this? There's a speedrun for actually everything. That's so wild to me. Thanks to the resub bin and the bits dark. This game does look pretty hype. Oh, he might be doing like a death warp trick. No, I don't know. I'm gonna try out Shadows of Doubt. Yeah, when it comes out. I'll give it a whirl. Thanks to the bits, Broccolio. I've already seen that. That was a great video. I like Super Eye Patch Wolf. Ugh. Taylor Swift is mid. I mean, she's got some good songs. You just reminded me of something that I keep seeing on Twitter. I don't know if I'm getting, like, memed on or not, but I keep seeing this shit about how, like, songs I've never heard of are now, like, the #1 most streamed song ever. For example, Miley Cyrus, Flowers, is apparently the fastest song to ever reach 1 billion plays, and I've never once heard it. I listened to it for the first time last night. And then I saw another one for Taylor Swift. I think it was Taylor Swift All Love was the all-time most played spot. No, what the fuck? I don't remember. But like crazy, like record-breaking things for songs I've never even heard of. It's all because of TikTok. Oh, true. I guess it could be TikTok. It's because you're out of touch, old man. No, legitimately, though. You're not wrong. I actually apparently don't know half of the most popular things in the world because I don't really use TikTok. That is actually the tastemaker and, like, the absolute most popular things. And I just don't use the platform, so I don't see any of it. There's a bits Goblin and Magic. You ever seen STHL Timber Sports? Of course I have. I love that. I think it's a tier 1 Paul. And the Prime Eki. I love all of those obscure sports. And the Prime Gary. The new game Smile For Me gave me chills. This gave you chills? Is it scary? Seems like a cute game. Is it like a scary game? I mean, it seems cute, I guess. I don't know about that being like a super scary one or anything. Lindsay resub Oreo. Quick text message. No, but I saw that all over Twitter, Brock. Have you seen Lackadaisy? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Will you check out Amanda the Adventurer? Maybe. I saw a speedrun for it. Oh, that's good then, Tree Fitty. Have you seen the new Gindi show? Unicorn Warriors Eternal? Not yet. That is a wild name for the show, though, by the way. Yeah, they got the whole first episode up. Easy resub strafey. Don't like the name. Show was decent. Couldn't turn away. Gindi always makes great shows, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the name either. Surely it's got a reason for it, but I just don't like the name either. See a new Batman coming out in 2025? Can't say I saw that. Did you watch Symbiotic Titan before Cartoon Network deleted it? No, that still has that wild scene about the mom dancing. I think it was the mom, right? That wasn't the mom, that was a classmate he was tutoring. Oh. Thanks, Resub Clover. You should try Bramble the Mountain King. My man, I just played through all of it last night. It was very good. You seen Clone High? Nope. A total of 7 horses died at the Kentucky Derby. Like ever or today? This past week, oof. Two died today. Christ, what the fuck happened? I'll look it up. Oh yeah, 7 horses did die at the Kentucky Derby in the lead up to the main event. They were euthanized after sustaining injuries during the undercard races. God, that's so fucking sad. Couldn't they treat them? I guess not. I think I think I remember reading about that on stream at some point. When a horse has like some kind of big injury, they just like euthanize it. Like a racing horse, that is. Like apparently it just doesn't heal? I don't know. Is the resub Snowy, BKM, and Nudes? I've never heard of that, Andy. The leg injuries are hard to treat and they'll never have the same quality of life, so that's why they euthanize them. Not just racing horses, but horses in general. I mean, I don't understand why they wouldn't heal, though. Just, like, mandate rest for the horse. Like, they have horse lifts. I've seen that before for, oh, what the fuck do they use the horse lifts for? I think it's for rehabbing. Like, they have those giant platforms that go underneath a horse and lift it up to take pressure off. I think it's a tier 1 meg. And the resub 2-dimensional. And the resub Herald. I train standard bred horses for harness racing and we heal them, we don't kill them. Yeah, I imagine it has to be something just for like these race horses where they just don't bother. I just find it so hard to believe. Like, that'd be like the only animal I know of that can't heal an injury over time. Like, it probably won't ever be the same, but it's probably still better than just euthanizing. These are the bits magic. I don't know about that magic. It's the gift sub klepto. And the resub Talmadon. And the prime Swadrick. And the resub Dango. If you heal it, it can't compete at the same level, plus expensive treatment, plus don't get insurance money. Well, yeah, it's probably a money thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's probably only for these top level horses that they just don't bother doing it for. But I feel like that's even pretty short-sighted, because I imagine a ton of people would want to buy that horse and, like, rehab it and heal it. So you could still make money off it, more money than just euthanizing it. You could still breed it too. True, you could still breed it. But you probably wouldn't want to if the animal's prone to injury. Thanks, Resub John. And the bits magic. Horses are very tough to treat. They die very easily most times. That is something I found that's so fucking crazy. Yeah. Is it horses that can die from fright? Or am I getting them really mixed up with gerbils? I think horses too, right? Rabbits can. Well, no. I know like some of the smaller animals can, but I'm almost positive horses can die from fright. I'm gonna look it up. I really think I'm right. I think horses. Common causes of sudden deaths in horses. No, scared is not here. Fuck, no, maybe it's not horses. Damn, I really thought it was. What do you know? They used horses in war, Charlie. That's a great point. Wait, yeah, you're absolutely right. If anything was going to scare a horse, it would probably be war. True. I think they already said that. I think it's the tier 1 Feta. Or Feta. Horses are scared easily though, right? Like they're scared of mice and a ton of other like little small rodents. Or is that just a myth? Are they not actually afraid of mice and the small things? Isn't that elephants? No, yeah, horses. Okay. Is it elephants too? I think you're right. I think elephants are afraid of mice. No. That's a myth. No, wait, no, that's true. That is a myth that was busted. Elephants are afraid of mice, but it certainly isn't because they can crawl up their trunks. But horses are apparently also afraid of mice. At least according to the first result here. Mice startle horses due to their invisible and fast movement. And horses can get easily anxious. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Bernard. I don't have any real advice for you. Just maybe finding something to pour your time into and work towards. Distractions, shit like that would probably help. Did you hear about the elephant who trampled someone to death, then came back to the funeral to trample them again? Holy shit, what a grudge. Elephant kills woman, then returns to funeral to trample her. Holy shit. She must have really wronged it. Elephants are like... They have incredibly large brains. Like, they're smart creatures. She must have done some fucked shit to this guy. A 70-year-old woman in central East Indian state of Odisha was killed by an elephant, only to have the same elephant reportedly return to her funeral to pull her body from the pyre and trample her again before fleeing. What the fuck? If that happened and you were there to witness it, actually nobody would believe you. Literally no one in the world would believe that that just fucking happened. Needed to confirm the kill. Yeah, to double tap on it. But it doesn't seem like she did anything here. It doesn't seem like she deserved it at all. Collecting water in her village when the wild elephant attacked her. Jesus Christ. Thanks for the resub, PK. No, I haven't seen that, Mac. Thanks for the resub, Buff. I know, Buff. That movie's probably not going to end up being very good. You talked about this already? You don't remember? I don't think I talked about this. I feel like this would be one I'd remember. This is a fucking wacky story, and it's not even that old. It's August of 2022. I don't know, one day, Pietro. Thanks the bits, AJ. There was another article saying she may have been part of a poaching group. I think the elephant also destroyed her house. I feel like now we're just making shit up. How the fuck would it find her the house? He's not Jason Bourne. I imagine their sense of smell is wild. I don't think it would have tracked her down to, like, her house. Plus, I'm looking at the other articles here and I see nothing about that. Oh wow, they actually posted a video of the damage done to the village by the elephants as well as images of this woman. Wow. Oh, I see where you're getting that poachers thing from. It was a single tweet that got a lot of traction. Apparently, a woman helped poachers kill an elephant baby, and the fucking elephant killed the woman, then came back to her funeral, pulled her out of the casket, swung her around, trampled her, and left. None of which is what actually happened. Well, except for the part where it killed her and then came back to the funeral to trample her. That part's true. How did it pull her out? It didn't. Apparently she was on like a pyre and it came back and just like blasted her again. I feel crows are the worst enemies to make. They teach their children to continue a grudge. Crows are fucking smart. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. If you upset a crow, you might have like 5 generations worth of crows coming after you. Grudge-holding crows pass on their anger to family and friends. A few years ago, scientists learned that American crows can recognize and remember human faces, particularly faces they associate with bad experiences. Now, new research published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B shows that the birds can share that knowledge of dangerous humans with other crows. Wow. You get yourself blacklisted by the Crow Society here. They will not do business with you. They'll fucking dig up old tweets and cancel your ass or something. This is fucking silly, holy shit. In a little more than a year, over 30% of the encountered crows reacted, and by 3 years, about 66% did. The percentages continued to increase. They hadn't seen me for a year with the mask on, and when I walked out of the office, they immediately scolded me. That's so fucking cool. God, that's absolutely amazing. Exhibits VR. True VR, yeah. Fire. I keep doing that. Fire. I remember your name's pronounced Fire. And I keep fucking it up. There's a resub Snidarian. The Prime Minty. Generational haters. Yeah. One free article left. Don't spend it all in one place. Oh. Well, at least it gave me one free article, I guess. Sea creatures, another level above land animals. Nah, there's only like a handful of sea creatures that are like highly intelligent. The rest are like actually fucking dumb. Like super dumb. So dumb in fact people debate if they even have like any capacity of being like considered living. But you have things like the octopus, dolphins, whales and shit that are like super smart. Sea creatures are carried by like the top tier intelligence. Everything else under that is actually fucking brain dead. Jellyfish literally just take up space and do nothing. Jellyfish have to be the most, like, the absolute epitome of wasted potential. What's the immortal jellyfish called again? What's its actual name? I can't remember. Hold on. Teratopsis dorni, is that the correct one? I think so. This is the one that resets its lifespan every time it gets too old. Pretty sure. Yeah, this is the one. And it's not just when it gets too old, it's also when it gets damaged too. It literally just resets. This thing is fucking immortal. And you know what it uses immortality to do? Nothing. It does nothing. It actually just fucking floats in an empty void, accomplishing nothing, learning nothing. It just floats and doesn't die. Forever. Imagine what it could do if it only just had some ambition, some dreams, some fucking aspirations. Things that reset Michael Jackson and Bungie. It doesn't though, Pietro. All it does is reset itself every single time. It stays perpetually stupid and useless. But it's immortal. It is just immortal. Easy gift sub Exco. Being immortal, it has no reason to evolve for survival. Yeah, isn't that so sad, though? It reached, like, perfection in terms of longevity and put points into nothing else in the stat tree. Like, it will not die, but it will never do anything else. Ever. So it just will forever be mindlessly worthless. Which is, it's so sad. Some monkey paw shit. True. Yeah, a long time ago in the Garden of Eden, the jellyfish made a wish to be immortal, and this is what it got. It's immortal, but it will never be able to have another single thought or chance to do anything. Thanks to resub, Julian. And the resub, Starzy. The Bitstorm. Pretty sure it just means they're stuck that way forever. It's genuinely kind of sad. Yeah, it is. It is wasted potential. 100% wasted potential. Fucking immortality and nothing to do with it. Absolute blunder. Fucking L jellyfish. Thanks to the 2 gift subs. Kataria. Don't they say lobsters would live forever if they what? Don't they say lobsters could live forever if they could diet? I don't exactly know what you're saying, but I do believe there's a theory that lobsters could also live forever if they didn't have, like, predators. Like, they wouldn't die out of old age. I think that's something I remember reading somewhere. They eventually die during molting. Oh, the shell kills them? Thanks to Tier 1 Jube in the resub baby. Lobsters die because they're unable to move after getting too big. Theoretically, in a vacuum, you could get a lobster the size of a planet. That I don't believe. That sounds a little ridiculous. It's real. Well, I'm gonna look that shit up right now. Well, you know, there is a little merit to what you're saying. It seems like there's no real ceiling for them. They can kind of just keep growing, I guess. Looks like the largest lobster we've ever measured is right around 50-something pounds. Oh, actually, no. 44 pounds is the largest lobster we've ever measured. But yeah, it seems like they could get bigger. They can. Thanks to give sub convoy. Just imagine there's a massive one somewhere on the seabed. I don't think that's going to be the case. I doubt that there's like a fucking 200-pound Goliath out there. Because, I mean, these... Fuck, this is a big lobster. Like, these puppies would... Like, I don't think they'd be able to make it, like, at that size. There's a cult to make an immortal lobster called the Leviathan Lobster. Thanks to Tier 1 Royce. That would be super hype, but I don't think you could. Like, how would you? How could you? This is a really cute idea for the cult, though. They have a whole website dedicated to it to create the Leviathan Lobster. I used to work with the California spiny lobsters. Their DNA doesn't degrade the way most species do. It's able to repair itself. This doesn't mean they're immortal. They eventually grow so big they can't molt or can't eat enough to sustain themselves, but they don't experience DNA death in the same way. It's simplifying it a bit, but that's the gist. So theoretically, if you could give them enough to sustain themselves, how could you fix the inability to molt? Could you, like, manually molt them? Like, massage their shell off? Pry it open, maybe? Yeah, you can. Maybe, but eventually the shell would just get too thick. But would that matter though? Can't you just keep taking the shell off? Doesn't matter how. Well, I mean, I guess if it gets like too thick, it'd just kill it outright. Thanks, the resub blunt. Yeah, we talked about that when it first started popping off, Mashiro. The Portuguese Man of War. I'll look that up in a minute. Glad you enjoyed that, Reese. Thanks to resub Shruba. Cool idea. I'd love to see if they could actually create the Leviathan lobster. That shit would be so hype. Get like a kaiju-sized lobster. The only immortal animals are all aquatic ones. Yeah, but they're also fucking stupid, man. Like I said, this immortal jellyfish is such a bumbling idiot. It doesn't use its immortality for anything. Like, yeah, they figured out immortality. That's awesome. Use it for something. Stop wasting potential. Maybe the point of immortality is to do nothing. God, that's such a sad thought. What do you got, Boogie or Wings? Oh, I think Wings wins that for sure. Yeah, I think Wings takes that. I am genuinely concerned about their health, though. At the end of the day, I hope both of them just walk away from it okay. Like, like they live. Thanks for the resub, Gypsy. That was a thing in Gilgamesh. That dude had immortality and didn't do anything because he had all the time in the world. Yeah, it's not comparable, though. The jellyfish can't even have a thought. It can't even think. So it sucks. Because of global warming, fungi will probably evolve to infect humans. I see you've watched the Last of Us show. Thanks to resub, Prelex. It is like an actual theory, though. I've read up on that. Thanks to the Prime, Andrew. What have whales and dolphins accomplished in the 50 million years with their big brains? They fled back into the primordial ocean to do nothing forever. We've had 10th of their time on Earth and we've flown a helicopter on Mars. That sounded like real mean-spirited, like an actual grudge statement. He's the resub Monsieur. Thanks the resub Mamba. If dolphins are so smart, why can't they play video games? That's always what I say. Everyone's all like impressed and shit when like a crow can solve a puzzle, right? But I've never seen it beat the tutorial level of Cuphead. There's a tier 1 cat. There's a prime Squidman. Trees have been around for millions of years and they still can't do shit. Honestly embarrassing. Oh yeah, plants shouldn't just get a free pass. There's so much research to suggest that plants have like some level of awareness. Like they make decisions. We went over this study on stream once where a plant growing towards the sunlight, they did a whole study about changing where the sunlight comes from and it changes its direction and the way that it grows. It was really interesting shit. But it's like, okay, so you guys have some level of processing power. Why are you still a fucking plant? Because they give us oxygen? So they're just cucks? What, they just work for us? When was that established? Fucking millions upon millions of years on this rock and they still just want to give us fucking oxygen without wanting anything for themselves? It's so embarrassing. Have some self-respect. I spent 40k to unbox a sealed original iPhone. Oh shit, I actually forgot all about that. Yeah. If any of you guys have your original iPhones, that shit's going for a lot. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Why though? I mean, it's just a really big part of technological history, I guess. I don't know. But it shouldn't be 40k. Or anywhere near that. Plus, you already know it's repackaged. With this kind of money on the line, you know these people are fucking repackaging this shit themselves. It's not real. Oh, I'm not saying his is going to be repackaged. If anyone's going to get an authentic, still sealed original iPhone, it's going to be Marcus Brownlee for sure. His is probably real. I'm just saying all the other ones on eBay right now are absolutely not. No shot. Which iPhone do you own? What is this? The 10, I think? I don't know. 10 or 11. Thanks to the resub possum. Have you seen the official Duck Studios videos of the gift they made for you? Yep, they're sending it. I was talking to them in DMs. I'm excited for it. Time to make some eBay listings. Yeah, man, now's the time for it. Just repackage a iPhone box. Can you say how many Plague Seeker issues you have planned for this year? It'll just be one more issue this year. So it's not the same release schedule as Godslap, since Plague Seeker's just me writing it and Jackson editing it. It's also longer and one artist. Each page takes a lot longer, so it's going to be usually like every 6 months-ish. So it'll be one more issue this year. Godslap, though, issue 4 is about to drop in, I think 3 weeks or a month. I can't quite remember now. When's the next MWL episode coming out? It'll be this month. We're still waiting on our ring to get delivered. But once our ring's in, we've already got the next match already planned out. Should make a Godslap and Plague Seeker bundle. That's not a bad idea. There's bundles for Godslap. I don't know if we've done Godslap and Plague Seeker bundled, though. You're going to win Booker of the Year for the MWL. Oh my god, you guys just don't understand what we have cooked up for the MWL. Once we get that ring, the episodes will be a lot more frequent. Oh my god, we have some of the craziest fucking shit planned. It's crazy. And we have a lot of talent as well. So it's not just going to be like local wrestlers. We also have a lot of bigger names as well that have shown a lot of interest in wrestling for us. So it's MWL is about to get crazy pretty quick. But the local wrestlers have been amazing too. The Undertaker comes out of retirement. That'd be fucking wild. Yeah, imagine. Why does it take so long for an MWL new vid? There's a lot of moving parts to that, man. Not only getting the wrestlers, but getting the storyline, getting the filming set up, and for the last one, we had to build an entire funeral set. So, I mean, that takes a lot. But once we get the ring, it'll be a lot more efficient because we're going to have the ring already. Will you ever get in the ring? Yes. All of us are going to get like actual wrestling training as well so we can do some of the goofier shit. So like we'll have like a bad blood match where a wrestler calls one of us out like on the commentator's desk and we fucking gang up on him like a fucking wild group of animals just like tweaking on his nipples and shit. They'll power bomb us through tables and everything, yeah. We're going to get like actual wrestling training. Thanks the resub fly and yeet. And the prime divide. Your commitment to this is fucking amazing. Oh, we all love the Moist Wrestling League, man. We are always coming up with the wildest fucking storylines. And the best characters, moves, and all kinds of shit. It's so hard not to spoil some of them because the ideas are so fucking fire. I want to talk about them, but it's best just to let them wait. That way everyone's surprised. No games tonight? Nah, we finished Bramble last night. Tonight was just shooting the shit. Tomorrow, what was I gonna play tomorrow? Oh, I think, no. That doesn't come out yet. I don't remember. Said I was gonna play a game tomorrow and I forgot what it was. I'm sure I'll remember it tomorrow. Thanks, Arisa Brian. I saw that patch. I didn't know if that was legitimate or not, but I've seen that from quite a few places. Or are you going to play the prequel God of War games? Oh, you must have missed all of that marathon. I already did. I played through every God of War game, except for like Chains and Ascension. He's a prime Tay. Those are the ones? Oh, I thought you meant like prequel to the God of War 2018. Oh. I thought that's what you were referring to. He's a resub lustry. You need to try the Pokemon Infinite Fusion ROM hack? Probably not. Thanks, Resub Chance and Raffamore and Enigma. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting tired. Alright, everyone, thanks for tuning in. New subs, welcome aboard. Thanks for subbing. Enjoy the emotes. Sleep well. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Oh, Waltzy's streaming. Yeah, I'm gonna toss you over to Waltzy. Sleep well. See you tomorrow.